Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a small fragrance haul for the summer. These are mostly summer scents. I'm just going to start with two body butters that I got from Fenty. I talked about them in a previous video. I don't usually buy too many scented body butters, but I was really curious about the Citrus Sorbet from Fenty Skin, and it's really good. I really like it. It's like a creamsicle type scent without being too foody, because I usually don't like that. And then I also got the Guava Getaway, which I didn't think I would like as much because I think there's coconut in there. But this is a very soft, subtle scent, and it smells fantastic. And I've worn more of this one than the Citrus Sorbet one. Is that what it's called? Citrus Sorbet? Yeah. So I really love this. I've been layering it with some of the fragrances on my June, July tray, and I will continue to do so. The next fragrance, or I guess the first actual perfume I have here, is from Marc Jacobs. I went ahead and got the Daisy Wild Oh So Intense. There was a sale or a coupon, one of those two, with Ulta. There was a points multiplier, and there was also a really nice 15% cashback offer through one of the apps. So I felt like it was the perfect trifecta. I had to go ahead and get it. So I got the 100 ml size, and this looks pretty similar to just the original one. The cap, the flowers are a little bit different. The juices, I think, is a little more potent. But this smells really great. It smells very much like the original, but there's an added amber note, so it's deeper. It's a little louder. It's still a fresh scent, but it's definitely like more of an evening version of the original one. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this later. I'm still wearing the original Daisy Wild a lot, but maybe in another month or so I'll probably start reaching for this one. But I'm very excited to have it in my collection. I was going to wait until I got through more of the original one, or a gift set came out, but I wanted it, and again, with all those sales and coupons and points, I thought, why not? Okay, the next fragrance I have, let me actually go with the next one that I purchased, is from Jusbox. I got Carioca Heart. Let me zoom out a little bit here, just a second. I got a sample of this from Twisted Lily, and it was one that I didn't think I would like. I remember when it came out and people were buzzing about it, but something about it made me just assume I wouldn't like it very much, so I never really thought about it. But after trying fragrances that had some more tropical notes this year, I was like, okay, let me get a sample. Got the sample, spritzed it on, and had to force myself not to immediately go buy a bottle. I wanted to wear it on my skin for a little bit, see how I liked it, but I obviously went ahead and bought a bottle, and I had a 15% off coupon with them, so I used that to save some money on this. But this is a really beautiful pineapple, mango, boozy, tropical scent. It's great, for I think any time of day during the summer season, but I like spritzing it on specifically at night when it's cooled down just a little bit. And I really love that rum note with the fruits. It's really yummy, and I've gotten compliments on it. I've already worn it a couple times, and I finished up my sample. That sample ran through very quickly. The next one I purchased is, or one of the next ones, I can't remember the order of everything, from Simone Andreoli. This is the Sunsplosion Aloha State of Mind. I have been wanting mango perfumes for so long, and all the ones I've tried, I just don't like them. They usually are mixed with coconut or lactonic notes, and it just smells like rotting fruit to me most of the time, or it's just too thick and heavy, even if it smells nice. it's just too thick and cloying, and I know I'm not going to wear it, especially in the summertime when that's kind of what I'm in the mood for, is that tropical vibe. I've heard some really good reviews on this one. I picked this up from Max Aroma with a coupon code. I can't remember, but I think I got like a good chunk off at like maybe 20-ish% off, something like that. So I haven't really tested this much. I spritzed it on once I got it, just to make sure nothing was wrong with it, make sure I didn't hate it, or else, I could send it back. So I don't remember the notes of this one. I think there's mango. I know there's mango, hibiscus, sandalwood, maybe coconut water. I think there's another guava. I think there's guava in there. I think that's what got me. It was the mango, the guava, the hibiscus, and the sandalwood. I was very concerned about the coconut water, but a couple other fragrances I've been testing out and wearing and that are on my tray have coconut water in them, and it hasn't bothered me. I don't like coconut in fragrances. It gets kind of thick and screechy, and it does this weird thing on my nose. So I'm wondering if it's maybe coconut milk and coconut cream, like the thicker ones, that have that issue. The coconut water is still not my favorite scent, but it doesn't bother my nose, and usually I don't really notice it that much in the scents that I've been wearing. So I thought I'd go ahead, risk it, and get a bottle of this. So I'm excited to try it out. We're heading into August, and I know while some people are starting to get ready for fall and are anticipating fall, I'm also anticipating fall. I've got a couple months of summer left ahead of me. It's going to be very hot for the next couple of months. So I thought I would go ahead and get some more summertime perfumes. Okay, the next one I got here, actually, let me go to this one. I placed an order with, I'm pretty sure it was a Sephora order. I don't remember what I got. Just, I don't know if it was skincare. I don't know if it was a makeup product. Oh, maybe it was a Tom Ford quad. I think they were having like a points multiplier event or something. And I got some, ordered some of the free samples and something else in there, which didn't show up, but this did. So I don't know if this was an accident that they put it in the box, or if this was to make up for the fact that all of the things I used, like the minimum spend and stuff like that for, maybe they weren't in stock. But I got sent another travel of Miami Nectar. I already have this on my tray. So I got this right here, and I've actually been really enjoying it. It was another fragrance I didn't think I would like when it first launched. Was it last summer? 2 summers ago? Because of the notes, right? Coconut in there, and I see coconut now, and I'm immediately like, no thank you. But I have been wearing it. My travel that I have now is almost half gone, so I'm excited to have another one. This is one I actually would consider buying a full bottle of. It's really good. I really like it, and it's not linear. I thought it would just smell like that kind of fresh, watery pina colada the whole time, but it really dries down to more of a almost cologne-y green fresh scent. There's like, I think, oak moss in the base. It's really nice. I enjoy it. The next one I have here is also from Jusbox. This is Cheeky Smile. This was not purchased for summer purposes. There was a sale with So Avant-Garde. I used Sharita M's code. If you don't watch her, she has great content, really fantastic recommendations. And this is one that I'd been curious about, had a sample of, and it was the situation where sometimes it smelled fantastic, sometimes I couldn't smell anything, and then the sample was gone. So I thought, okay, 30% off. I'm still interested in the fragrance. Let me just go ahead and get it. And so sometimes just the sample size gives you an idea of a fragrance, but not the real wear experience. So I've already sampled this one time, like worn it once since I purchased it, and it's already, the fragrance, the performance, the projection, everything is so much better from the bottle. So I'm really excited to have this in my collection. I'm really excited I got it for 30% off. and you know, it arrived very nicely packaged. I had never purchased anything from So Avant-Garde before, but I thought for 30% off I'd be willing to take a risk, try a new site, and so far, zero regrets. The next fragrance I have is from Twisted Lily, and this is Pacific Rock Flower. I love the box. It's so nice. So it slides out, and then you have this portion here. Let me go ahead and slide off the top. And then here is the bottle. There's a little card inside. I'm going to put that to the side. So I saw when this was released, because this is very new release, and I was curious about it. I've smelled a couple other Goldfield and Banks fragrances. I've had Silky Woods on my wish list for a very long time. I got a sample of the original Pacific Rock Moss, but it was a dabber. And so even though I liked the way it smelled in the tube, I couldn't really get a sense of it trying to wear it on my skin. So I never purchased it, especially when I heard people complaining about the performance. So I saw this one. I was like, oh, the bottle's pretty. There's a floral version. I wonder if I'd like it. I saw the notes. I was very curious. So I got a sample from Twisted Lily. I probably in the same sample order that I got Carioca Heart from. And I sniffed it, and it was an immediate love. And again, this is when I had to force myself to really wear it before I just went and purchased a bottle. Just to make sure that the dry down didn't do anything funny, that I liked the performance, that it actually did smell good on my skin and not just an initial spray reaction. But I loved it. I wore that sample out. It's completely gone. Again, I had a 15% off coupon with Twisted Lily, so I purchased a full bottle, and I've already worn this once or twice. And it smells even better, you know, spraying it from the full bottle that I did from the sample. And this is a very, I mean, it kind of smells like the name suggests. I can't remember what the notes are. There's obviously moss in there. There's floral notes, salt, mineral notes maybe. I can't remember. I don't think there's coconut in here, but there could be coconut in here. I don't remember. But what it smells like to me is after the waves have been kind of crashing on the rocks on a beach all night long, and in the morning when the sun comes out and it starts to warm everything up, and there's like floral gardens around and everything's like warm and mixing together, and you get that salty vibe from the ocean. It's really beautiful. I really enjoy the wear. It is not a safe blind buy. This is going to be a very weird fragrance for some people because of that whole mineral type vibe to it, because of that oak moss, especially in the dry down. But I find it to be a very nice, fresh, clean, floral, beachy, salty fragrance. So I'm very excited to have this in my collection. When I first smelled it, immediately what it made me think of was Christian Dior's Eden Rock. I got a sample of that a while ago because I was really curious and interested in the notes, especially after having tried Armani Privé's blue turquoise. So I was like, oh, maybe I like these kind of salty, mineral, spa-like fragrances. And that one to me was, the mineral facet was just way too much. It smelled a little bit like bug repellent. So when I spritzed this, the initial fragrance made me think of what I thought Eden Rock was going to smell like based on other people's reviews. So I was very excited, and made me like this even more because it was giving me that vibe that I thought I was going to get from that Christian Dior fragrance. So after, going through the sample and deciding to buy it, waiting for my bottle to arrive, I went back to my Eden Rock sample because it made me really curious to compare the two and to see if they would layer well together, because I thought there was still something about Eden Rock that I liked. It was just that mineral note was too pungent for me, and it didn't make me want to wear it as a perfume. But I thought maybe on the days when I want to wear this, but I want the floral aspect toned down, I could layer it on top of Eden Rock. Perfect combo. So I went, dug out my sample of Eden Rock that I got directly from Christian Dior, spritzed it on, and I don't know if the sample had time to mellow out. I don't know if my nose has changed. I don't know if now I just understand that fragrance more, but it smelled completely different. It smelled so good. And that mineral facet had really mellowed down, and all of the other notes had come out and were blended so much better with everything else. So I was like, oh, that actually is really nice on its own. And then I layered the Pacific Rock flower on top of it, and I was in heaven. It was fantastic. So it made me then want to now go buy a bottle of Eden Rock. So I went on Christian Dior's site. I was just going to get a little bottle because I still wasn't particularly sure I needed that much of it. I was just going to get the teeny tiny one. I guess they've done size changes recently. So I know last year they increased their prices, and it was a massive price jump that they did last year or sometime not that long ago. So now they've changed their sizes. They used to have a 40 ml, a 125 ml, and then you can get like the big jumbo one for 250 ml. And so now they've done more standard sizes where the biggest one is now down to 200. The 125 went down to 100, and the 40 was changed to a 50 ml. So they got their 50, 100, and a 200. But the prices stayed the same, and I was livid because I feel like that's so disrespectful. If you're going to reduce 20% of the big bottle's volume, I don't understand why there's not some sort of price decrease. I'm not saying you have to shave off 20% of the price, but after raising that price by over $100 and then reducing 50 mLs of it, that just seemed really disrespectful. So I thought, let me go on Mercari and see if I can find like a partial bottle, because I didn't think I needed that much. But I found and purchased a brand new, I think this is a tester bottle, bottle of Eden Rock. This is the original 250 ml size. So there's not going to be that many more of these around because, again, they've downsized it to 200, which I think actually will be easier to hold in the hand. These are a little cumbersome if you have smaller hands. But this was $20 cheaper than buying the 50 ml size directly from the website. So I, did some research, made sure the seller seemed trustworthy, just got it, sampled it. The fragrance is authentic, did a batch code test, and this actually is not that old. It was like batched 2 years ago-ish, and spritzed it on. And again, so much better from the bottle than it was from the sample that I have. And I'm wearing this Eden Rock and Pacific Rock flower today, and I feel, in my opinion, that I smell pretty fantastic. So this is still, I don't want to say either of these is masculine or feminine. I think they are both pretty unisex. This is obviously far more floral, just in the name, and some people do really associate floral fragrances with women's fragrances. I don't think you should, right? It's just a flower. It's not a girl thing or a boy thing. This one still has a stronger mineral quality to it, but more of the white floral tones is coming out straight from the bottle. And again, I think because it's not a brand new batch, all of the ingredients have had time to just really macerate and chill together. So it was just a really smooth application. It smells really good. So I'm wearing just this on one arm and then them layered together on my other. And they smell really good together. So I'm really excited for all of these. And I'm really finally excited to have this in my collection, because it was one that, even though every time I smelled it, I was like, oh no, I could not stop going back to it and smelling it for some particular reason. There was something I liked and something I didn't. And I think now I've just gotten used to that mineral quality. It's very pronounced in here. But this is a really nice fragrance. Not at all blind buy safe. This is going to be even weirder to the nose, I think, than this one for some people. Okay, so here are my summer 2025 fragrances from my haul. If you have any recommendations, please leave them down in the comments for me below. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.